What's going on, guys? It's Jeff. So Infinity Ward just ended up dropping this From the Ward episode 2 thing, and as you can see here, just straight gameplay of the game. Also, really quick, I want to thank everybody for all the love and support on the last Modern Warfare 4 video that I did, just reacting to everything. Everybody's leaving their comments and thoughts on what they think about the game, and ultimately, everybody is pretty apprehensive. You know, some people are full-blown, I'm in, I don't give a fuck. For me, I'm always in on it, but, you know, it seems like, generally speaking, MW4's release and content and stuff like that out there, a lot of it underneath, I'm seeing jokes of Black Ops 7, and they're trying to pin it onto this game, but this game looks anything but BO7, at least, especially in terms of like the campaign and stuff, because the campaign was easily the most memeable thing and the war thing about BO7. The multiplayer itself is actually not bad at all, whether people played it a lot or not. That is the truth. It is actually pretty good. But anyway, they dropped this video here. They got some gameplay clips in here, so
movement, definitely saw a big improvement.
Joe Seacott! And he's got the Direct Impact NoobTube shirt on. He knows exactly what he's doing, dude. Joe Seacott, this guy does not have the best reputation. I'm pretty sure he's the one that is notoriously known for that one interview where he was sitting down and talking with someone. They were like on a webcam or something doing an interview. And he basically said something along the lines of, they need to have like situations where the worst players are able to come away with kills and stuff like that, to at least be able to reward people that aren't very good at the game to some degree. And from like a person that's trying to sell the game, there's nothing wrong with what he's saying, right? Like, you want a game to be appealing to everybody, and you want to be able to have everybody be able to get their dopamine so they can come back and try to get some more. And if the new players are getting slammed from the very beginning, they're probably not gonna get much of a good feeling out of this at all, and they'll probably quit. So like, from their point of view and their approach, they made the footsteps the way that they are, the sprint out times and things like that, they made it that way so players that are sitting still likely have like a much higher advantage, even more than usual, so they're able to get more kills. Which ultimately, again, you can play around this whole thing, but you can feel that design throughout the entire game, depending on, you know, how effective it is overall and how the maps are and stuff. It's a whole cocktail of a whole bunch of different things that come together, and ultimately you can feel the effects of all of them and see what you have at the end. Like, this shit is not easy. Like, by no means do I think that I would be able to design the best Call of Duty ever or anything like that, because I have plenty of games that I think are not bad at all for multiplayer, and there are people that will vehemently react to me saying that. So I just know what I like. I do know what other people don't like. I know what I don't like. And that's basically the roll of the dice every single year. We hope that all of the things coming together, the visual look, decisions on the movement, the maps, the map flow, the mini map, red dots, all of that stuff comes together to be able to make like the overall experience. And one overstep in one area can have cascading effects on the rest of it. But let's take a look here. Let's look at the gameplay. That's what this is really about. Joe Seacott doesn't have the best, you know, reputation, but it is what it is.
They felt more unrestricted.
We got Tac Sprint. We knew Tac Sprint was in the game. We got the little slide right there. So obviously, I mean, it's pretty blurry when we're trying to pause it here. Holy shit. The immediate reaction from people like looking at this gameplay was, wait, holy shit, this is way faster than I thought. Look how quick the mantle is. Drops down off of the side of it. This little slide right there is definitely not the fastest, but it looks like the same animation to me anyway. The other Call of Duties, whenever you slide and you don't cancel at all and you let the whole thing play out, that doesn't seem that bad. Is there a single still shot in here that actually looks not like a blurry mess? Hold up, frame by frame. Can we get a good shot in here? I mean, this is one of the clearest shots, and I mean, look at this. I mean, this seems like it's obviously, maybe they're recording it from a different screen. You can see this like weird effect right here. I don't know if they're recording it from like a camera to a screen, or if this is like some weird visual thing going on, but even right here, you can see like there's a lot of blurriness and stuff. This is like what console gameplay looks like a lot of the time. Obviously, they also have motion blur on and whatever, so they slide. We don't see them cancel it or anything.
To see people use our new movement tech and like, you know, mantle
new
and
movement
slide
tech. Yeah, see right here, this is one of the first gameplay things that came out along with that other one where the guy was mantling.
Mantle in the slide, get on top of cars, or even
slides over. Okay, see, that looks really cool. Whenever he goes and slides over the hood like this, you can slide over the cars while you shoot. Foot is out there. The mantle is really quick. I mean, visually, the map looks really good too. Nice and bright. And in terms of like the way that everything looks, if this was a Modern Warfare 2019 map, this would have been a window here. There would have been another window underneath of it. One of these would have been broken open with a tiny little hole for somebody to look through and shoot you. Who knows how the head glitches are going to be, or if snaking is a thing, any of that kind of tech.
It's just how natural it feels. It's not like
oh, there it is. Yeah, the pole climbing gameplay. Yeah, I saw people talking about this. My initial reaction when they said you can climb up poles, I was like, you mean like street lamps? But no, it seems more kind of like this, where instead of there just being weird, randomly placed ladders on the side of buildings, which is not normally the case if you walk up to any building. There's not usually ladders attached to every single building or something, so basically climb around, parkour, whatever you want to call it. And also this ledge hang thing right here. I'm not a big fan of the ledge hang at all. I kind of wish that it's either my character is going to make it over or they're not going to make it over. Maybe I can choose to do a slower mantle versus a faster mantle, but I don't really understand the point of like staying on the ledge. It does look obviously much faster than how MW2's was, because boom, immediately up right there, right? In MW2, your character would land on it, would sit in the animation itself, and then you would get the prompt to be able to mantle afterwards. This seems like it's like one fluid motion.
Freedom. People are like, oh man, I can't do this.
You know, these guys here, I don't know if I recall seeing these guys. I don't know their names, my fault. But this guy in particular seems like he actually plays the game. I could be wrong. I don't know. Hey, I'm just saying.
Took some things away, some freedom. People are like, oh man, I can't do this. This doesn't feel good. The movement's terrible. So for this project, we were like, we need to make some
slide into Alpine.
We set off to make unrestricted movement at the beginning of this game.
Unrestricted movement. I wonder what their thoughts are now, looking back at MW2 and what they did on there. They were like, yeah, that shit just didn't work, which is something that we don't usually see from Infinity Ward. They'll spend their time communicating at the beginning of the year and stuff, just like they're doing right now. There is a bit more transparency here. It is different. I'm not going to sit there and bite on that and say that that like means that they're going to listen the entire year, because as soon as things get negative enough, basically the devs completely disengage with it, which, I mean, all of this energy tends to disappear if there is a genuine issue with the game that for whatever reason they're not going to change. They go really, really quiet on that front. I'm also still really curious what they're going to be doing with the skill-based matchmaking, or if they're even going to talk about it at all. Or if they talk about it at all in this video, I'm not entirely sure. I'm trying to just concentrate on the gameplay itself, because I am surprised that they're showing the multiplayer gameplay already without doing some sort of, I don't know, like presentation at Summer Game Fest or whatever. They are doing that, but that's usually where we would see the actual first in-game shots of it. And they've shown like 3 or 4 different clips now of in-game shots of them doing a bunch of different stuff, explaining it.
And the ideas that started coming out of people like mantling into slide, the slide into supine, like all these kinds of ideas. I love all that stuff because the game just feels fluid.
Yeah, I'm still really curious if you're able to actually cancel that slide right there.
It feels dynamic.
It does look
like
fluid for sure.
I want to do, the game responds. Like
right, exactly, yes. MW2 did a horrible job at doing that. It's a sniper rifle? No. It looks like something with a scope on it, though. Is that a scope? This is a scope, but it looks like a scope on an LMG. Okay. I mean, you're probably having a horrible time with that, buddy, but all right. Let's see what Twitter is saying about it. Well, did he ghost shirt spotted? Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've definitely noticed a couple ghost-esque things in the game. They just eliminate SBMM from public matches. I mean, I don't think that they're going to eliminate it, but it seems like it's not going to be as strict, but will probably be more strict than BO7. That said, I don't know how many people are actually going to notice it, but Joe Seacott was looking for doors and safe spaces. Yeah, see, people are going to definitely meme about it. You can make a compilation of we are making the best shooters. Yeah, so, I mean, obviously, people are pretty pessimistic, you know, cynical even. First look at the movement. We got a bunch of replies. Rest assured, Tony Hawk will find a way to terrorize lobbies again. Smooth. Tac sprint's not an issue. He ain't do nothing but step back. Tac sprint garbage. Looks like there's camera movement set to default 100 and some blur is on. Most people will turn all of these, what is it, like motion sickness accessibility settings. Weapon blur off, world blur off, camera movement, the flashbang thing. Most fluid movement we've ever made, and it's just MW19. I don't think that this looks exactly like MW19. Modern Warfare 2019, even though it was really responsive, slide itself was responsive, but it was really janky. Not to mention the way that the bunny hopping was in that game as well. I mean, I don't really mind the bunny hopping, but it kind of added on to how clunky and stupid everything looked. There'll be somebody that will straight up slide for 1 foot and then jump 6 times in place, take 2 steps and then slide again for 1 foot and then jump 6 times again. I don't know if this game will allow for something like that, but when I went back to MW19, the last time that I did it anyway, it did feel surprisingly clunky. It felt responsive, but it was clunky in the sense of, it felt like trying to put some blocks together that didn't quite fit together, but a block is a block. That's what the game feels like to me. I don't have any other way to describe that. The square fits in the square hole, but the square hole is slightly too large. The square is clacking around inside of the square hole. Holy shit, I'm in the middle of psychosis. What am I even talking about? Can't wait to play against a TTV Sweat. Does 47 flips, slides, and dives through a door frame just to shoot me in the back. Yeah, looks pretty clean, but Tac Sprint still feels like it's holding the game hostage. Marketing hard this year. Looks a mix between MW3 and MW19. No joke, I know all the gameplay is out there, but this is my favorite thing that I got today. When I woke up and saw all this is my favorite favorite thing that I've seen today. The M4 has 66 levels. So it looks like a 4 kill streak is a UAV, maybe potentially a counter UAV, but probably UAV. Got like an artillery thing at 6 kills and then a chopper at 10 kills. So the overall rewards for kill streaks are still like not at the classic numbers like 3, 5, 7 or whatever. It was way too easy for people to get. So naturally over the years it just moved up. We got some pictures of the perks here. Can't really tell what this is. This might be quick fix or maybe some sort of sprinting perk or something. It looks like a stopwatch. This kind of either looks like Ghost or Ninja potentially. Maybe even cold-blooded. I don't know. Maybe this is cold-blooded because it kind of looks like a snake. Maybe 66 levels on the M4 though. I really hope it doesn't take a really long time. I'm hearing that there's a mastery camo, obviously, but I'm also hearing that there's a mastery camo for their other mode, DMZ. That's probably the only way they'll get me to actually play DMZ if there is a mastery camo for that, but I still don't even know if that's true. So take it with a grain of salt. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Later.